Hello everyone, welcome to Navik's Toy Box. And here we have the first entry of what's going to be a long-running series on this channel. A review from the new Super Space Sheriff Gavarion Infinity toy line, part of Project Red, that new series Toei's putting out that's kind of a spiritual successor to Super Sentai. This is the DX Gavarion Trigger, which is not only the main spaceship from the series, it's also the main robo. Oh, and also the Henshin device. So yeah, let's get into it. First off about the Henshin device is that this thing takes one AAA battery, which you need to access as through this tiny screwdriver. You just try to screw here by opening up and putting it in. And of course, you flip it like this. So yeah, lots of lights and sounds with this one. And of course, I got the main set that came with two emo gears. One's the shuttle that will eventually form the head of the robot, and one is this other emo gear that the main character uses. This is Gekido. And of course, you tap it here. Yeah, the whole concept of Gavarion Infinity is that the space sheriffs use emo gears, which are basically emotional, like human emotion made into power source. And the emo gears are really cute. They got really expressive faces, though. There is one detail. They got tiny butts. Yeah, I don't know what the design here's we're thinking of. Maybe they thought kids would think it's funny, or maybe they just had a dirty sense of humor. But yeah, that's a thing. So the one thing, butts aside, I do like them because I like the emo gears in terms of function. They kind of remind me a bit of the batteries from Ryu Soldier. So yeah, let me show you guys how to start the Henshin sequence. As you press this, you insert it here. Alright, now, Shojaku! So yeah, that whole lengthy sequence was basically the narrator lady from the show who's the Japanese VA for Saber from Fate Stay Night. Narrating about how in a millisecond Gavarion can act like put on their armor and stuff. It's kind of a tradition that's carrying over from the original Space Sheriff Gavarion series. Yeah. But you can also press the button again. Yeah, that starts the special attack. Yeah, it's a pretty bright light that stays on for a while. And it probably comes through the recording, but the sound is pretty clear. So, yeah. That's the sound and stuff. But now let's get to the main thing that I love, and it's continuing on from the Tegazord toy, or from the last Super Sentai series Gozyuger. Authorization approved. Let's transform. Yeah, this is the GCR, the robot mode of the Gavarion trigger. And yeah, when you transform it, the light kind of stays on for a bit. And yeah, I think it's a really cool and very solid design for a Sentai-esque super robot. It's actually got some pretty good articulation on the arm. Not so much on this one, but it clicks into place. It's got some wrist articulation, so you can do the shooting, and even some leg articulation. Although this is more for the transformation sequence. And I really like the head model. It kind of reminds me of Fire Convoy's super mode, aka Optimus Prime's super mode from the 2001 Robots in Disguise anime. I really dig the look of it. I do like the detail where you can see like the pipes and all kinds of other kinds of pistons in the robot. It definitely feels more like a robot made from an organization, which this is instead of what it is, but again does still maintain some Super Sentai flares. There's like the main transformation sequence. It kind of reminds me of the Delta Mega Ship from Power Rangers in Space. Acer Mega Ranger, if you want to keep doing Sentai instead of Power Rangers. And yeah, you press this trigger here. For a big blast. So yeah, that's about all the sounds I could find for this so far, and this is all the base stuff that comes when you buy the base DX Gavarion trigger set from sites like Toku Collectibles. Not sponsored by them, by the way. And yeah, for about like $65, this is a pretty solid toy. And it's also a 3-in-1. It's also a spaceship, a handgun, and it's the main henshin device. And of course the big robot. It's basically three main things all in once, and I always kind of enjoy that when it comes to tokusatsu stuff. So yeah, that's my review of the Gavarion trigger. I'm giving this one a 4 out of 5. It's only not perfect because very little articulation, and I could see some argument that this looks kind of bland compared to the more colorful Sentai toys. But hey, that's what the extra vehicles that come down the line are for. So yeah, hope you guys like this video. I'm definitely going to be checking out the rest of the Gavon Infinity line. So I will include their action figures and a whole bunch of other stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you guys like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you always know when I review the next item in this toy line. And until next time, have a great day.